All right, folks, here we go. This one is an attempted armed robbery, but one of the guys he tries to rob happens to be armed, and he takes one to the head. Before we get into that, as always, if you enjoyed the content, please like, share with your friends, comment below. Most important, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see more of this crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, in this one, the video quality is not so good. I don't have any background on it. I don't know where it was from. I don't know anything about it other than what we see in the video. And what we see is we see a guy from behind. You can kind of barely see. Looks like he rolls up on a bicycle. And he comes in. These other two guys are at a counter. He comes in. He shows his gun. Make sure everybody knows he's got a gun. And armed robbery's on. Except the guy on the far left of the screen there, the guy at the counter on the left side, on your left, he's armed. And he ends it pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and take a look. There's a few things to look at in this video. Really important things from a training perspective and a preparation perspective for this kind of encounter. And it's some things we see a lot repeated as we study hundreds and hundreds of these videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's watch the video. All right, so two guys here minding their own business. Guy on the left is armed, but he's got a backpack over his right arm, over his gun hand. Bad guy comes in, shows a gun in his right hand. Good guy slips the backpack, hides the draws, center punches him right in the ear hole, steps out, checks for additional threats, comes back in, secures the weapon, and gets the weapon secure, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Game over. Let's go ahead and look at this in slow motion. Look at the gun in the bad guy's right hand, right there. Now, our good guy's going to slip that backpack, hide his draw from the bad guy. He's going to draw and just center punch him right here. Now, he's going to step out right away and look for additional threats, which is a good idea. Some people would say, oh, well, but he shouldn't have turned his back on this guy. If you know you drilled a hole in his ear canal, yeah, you're pretty safe stepping out. He comes in, secures the weapon, and all that's left is to wait for police and the cleanup crew, and that's about it. This game is absolutely over, and the guy did an excellent job, all things considered. All right, folks, there you go. Short video, but pretty instructive. One of the things is really make sure that you know how to get your weapon out as quickly as possible. Keep your handgun on you. Keep a tool on you. Be ready to use it. Know when to use it. Sometimes you got to wait, like in this one. Sometimes you've got to wait for that opportunity. Now, you don't want to wait too long and miss your opportunity either. But when we're looking at this guy's timing on this was really good. He deployed his weapon exactly when he needed to. He made sure that he was hiding his draw. He had his body turned so that the other guy didn't see it. And he took his shot when the guy was looking away, which is even better. Now, a lot of people would say, oh, you should shoot center mass. You should keep that weapon tucked in because everything was so close, all of those things. I actually have no problem whatsoever with what he did here and how he did it. He brought his weapon up, he presented his weapon, and he stuck one right through the ear hole. That's it. Game over. Okay? When you're in this close of quarters, there's no room for mistake, and the fastest way to end a gunfight is to put one in the other guy's head, and that's what he did. Okay? And dropped him like a rock. Now, yeah, the guy was moving on the ground, but that movement, more than likely, that was just him doing the funky chicken thing, okay? So when you're looking at this, yeah, a lot of people teach a lot of different things, but when we study these actual fights, there are two things that happen a lot. One is people take rounds center mass, or they take body shots and they continue the fight. Or they hit the ground after being shot and they're still able to fight. The thing we don't see is we don't see people shot in the head continue the fight. They drop. So at this range, presenting that weapon, bringing that up, and increasing his odds of hitting the target by bringing it up, getting that sight picture, and cracking that round off, game over, okay? Again, I've got no problem with this, but we specifically train for exactly these kinds of encounters. This is the important thing. If you want to pull that off, you got to train for it. You got to train for exactly this kind of gunfight. And unfortunately, most gunfights that we look at, a lot of them are at these kind of ranges. A lot of them are this up close and personal. A lot of them happen exactly like what we saw here. The guy is able to hide his draw and not let the bad guy see it, okay? what was even better is he took his shot when the guy was looking away. Now that, if you get that chance, that's ideal, okay? That's like all the stars and the planets lining up and, you know, the heavens open and the angels sing and, man, that's it. Bad guy done, good guy's all good. End of story, okay? So when we're looking at this, a lot of things to take a look at. I'd encourage you to take a look at this video again and ask yourself, what would you do if you were in that situation? Me personally, I would hope that I would do everything pretty much just like this guy did, because good guy's safe, innocent bystander safe, bad guy done. It's a win, okay? So if you want to support the channel, Patreon, that link is also below. So you guys, as always, train for those realistic encounters, keep your head on a swivel, and stay safe.